I'm sorry. Are you ready?
RTX.
Gosh,
So restart that yet.
I thought I had it all.
Why didn't that? Oh.
All right, I got it now. Hold on.
What's up, game geeks and tech junkies? Welcome to A Gaming Moment, a weekly 30-minute podcast about everything gaming and streaming related, including the news, tech, and software behind it. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram so you can engage with us, as well as find out when we're streaming the podcast and get a first listen before it goes out across all of your favorite podcasting platforms. I'm Dagan07, and with me as always is WildTwinsFan.
Good take.
So, Wildy, I'm very jealous and have a bone to pick with you.
Man, what'd I do this time?
You were actually able to install and play Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 flawlessly, might I add. And I wasn't, and I'm pissed off about it. The only consolation that I have is I'm not the only one who had issues, and you're actually in the minority on this one.
Well, I'm not sure about flawless. I had issues downloading it, and the frame rate isn't really great at 1440p, but it is stable for me. And it, I've got to fly a plane around a little bit, get some training and missions on, and it was all right. So I'm pretty happy with that. So, but what's going on with yours, Dave?
And I got a laundry list of things going on with mine. But let's start with the main issue in particular, which is my audio is pausing and playing every second. Like it goes bump, 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 and it makes it so unplayable. And this is before I even loaded the whole game, so I could already tell it was borked. And speaking of loading the whole game, 125 gigs? For real? I mean, I get it, there's a ton of data to load, but if I'm going to sit through 125 gigs of download, I mean, damn it, I better be able to play the game flawlessly.
Good take.
Let me. I gotta adjust my chair a little bit. There it is. I actually love this. People are claiming that Flight is the new Crisis 3. And I don't think those people really know the history. Flight's always been a game crushing, computer crushing, for its current gens. I remember stories back in the day when the last Flight came out in 2006, and it crushed computers in 2006. Like, you could have top of the line, and you weren't playing the game. And it's like, I love that Flight has continued in that tradition. Like, this is not a game that's coming out with a new game every year. Like, they built this for the long haul, and it might be another 10 years before we see another Flight. I'm not sure anyone expected to see this Flight, and I'm really happy. I'm glad that they brought it back, and it's true to its form, But we do know, even at right now, it's not finished, nor is it optimized much. And it doesn't really seem if there's really some real DirectX 12 support at the moment, which people say would probably really help the game. The other thing is there's no ray tracing in the game. I mean, the graphics are already phenomenal. You throw ray tracing in there, dude, it's going to be like looking out the window of the aircraft, But those things are coming. And the other thing I found really interesting, it's the first game I've seen to date that people are saying that you should really, really have 32 gigs of RAM. That's crazy. We're on the cusp of a new gaming generation.
It's a great take.
All I'm saying, Waldy, is we should not be having this many problems just getting the game installed or running. I meet the recommended requirements, and I know this game has been pretty well optimized compared to the previous flight sim game back in 2006. But I just want to be able to play the game without the audio cutting in and out every second. I mean, I could easily turn off all of the audio, but the audio is half the experience. And I think it's just a poor look for a game that has so much potential. I really want to play this game, but in its current state, man, I can't. I can't enjoy it the way it is.
Yeah, I agree that the audio hitch is terrible, but you know, they've already got a list of bug fixes and stuff coming up, so I have faith that they'll get that fixed, and I'm sure you're not the only one getting that issue, and maybe it's an AMD issue, a driver issue. It always seems like the NVIDIA stuff is supported a little bit better, and I'm not sure who's at fault for that, but you know, it'll be interesting. But I did see a video though, Hardware Unboxed on YouTube. Great channel, always putting out great content. Did a great video show on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Microsoft Flight.
Can we go back to? Sorry, I was trying to wait for a break there. Can we do another one day of that 2F there?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Just.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's good.
Yeah. All I'm saying, Waldy, is we should not be having this many problems just getting the game installed or running. I mean, All I'm saying, Waldy, is we should not be having these kind of problems just getting the game installed and running. I mean, I meet the recommended requirements on the AMD side, and I know this game has been well optimized compared to its previous predecessor from 2006, Flight X. But I just want to be able to play the game without the audio cutting in and out every second. I mean, I could technically turn off the audio, but the audio is half of the experience. And I think it's just a poor look for a game that has so much potential. And I really want to play this game, but in its current state, man, I just simply can't. It's not enjoyable.
Good take.
Okay. Yeah, Dave, the audio hitching, that would make a game unplayable for me. But I know they got some bugs and stuff that they're working on, and you know, maybe it's not an ideal launch, but you know, we got it out there and they're gonna work through it. So I did see Hardware Unboxing has a great video showing off I did see Hardware Unboxed has a great video showing off Microsoft Flight Simulator. Okay, this is where I'm crumbling already.
No, you're good.
I did see a video on YouTube from Hardware Unboxed. They have a great video showing off benchmarks on 28 GPUs on Microsoft's new Flight Sim 2020. I think if you're interested in the game, it's a good way to check out and see how you can expect your system to currently run. They also cover a lot of issues like only using 4 cores. So your top tier processors like the Ryzen 9 37. I want to do this whole thing again already. They also cover issues like only using 4 cores on their top tier Ryzen 9 processors. Their top tier processors. I don't like the Ryzen 9.
I think you just say Ryzen 9 too.
Series. Ryzen 9s.
Yeah.
Which suffer from only running on 4 cores. This game has a ways to go. I don't know if I'm happy. I don't know. I'm happy to have my hands on it. I'll gladly struggle with bugs meanwhile just to have the ability to play it. Just to play it. Okay. Hardware Unboxed actually has a great video on YouTube showing off the benchmarks on 28 different GPUs for Flight Sim 2020. It's a great video to check out if you want to see how your system's going to fare with this new game. They also cover other issues like only using 4 cores right now on some top tier processors like Ryzen 9s, which suffer with only running on 4 cores. The game has ways to go, but I don't know. I'm still happy to have my hands on it. I'm glad to struggle with the bugs and whatever, meanwhile, just for the ability to be able to play it.
It's a decent take. You want to try that again?
Yeah, Day is gone.
Did we lose Day? Oh, he's back.
He's back. And your mic is dead.
Sorry. Oh.
Accidentally closed the window.
There. Sorry, the this window is taking up like 60% CPU usage, and I was trying to see what I could do to eliminate that. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah, because I'm my CPU usage is topping out right now. Doesn't help that Google Chrome has like processes running right now. I don't know the fuck that's about, but okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take this from the top again, G from the top. Hardware Unboxed has a great video showing off benchmarks of 28 of today's GPUs for the 28 of
Can we change this 4 to running?
Yep.
Quick edits on the fly. Faster till I die. Craig's recording everything I say.
Maybe.
Oh,
Maybe.
I'm gonna have a real great day. Hey!
This is one where you could give me a note, though, Billy.
Yeah.
To like when there's a really long pause in this is where a note actually nice.
Super long break. Day is talking for no reason.
Hardware Unboxed has put out a great video showing off the benchmarks of today's. Hardware Unboxed has a great video showing off benchmarks of 20 of today's most popular GPUs running on Flight 2020. It's a good video to check out, and it'll give you a good idea how your system might handle the game currently. There's also other issues with the game only using 4 cores. Top tier processors like the Ryzen 9s, which suffer from only running on 4 cores. The game has a ways to go. I don't know if I'm just. The game has a ways to go. Either way, I'm happy to have my hands on it, and I'll gladly struggle. Jesus. The game has a ways to go. Either way, I'm happy to have my hands on it, and I'll gladly struggle with the bugs meanwhile, just for the ability to be able to play it.
All right. One more time. You got it.
I believe in you.
Yep.
I keep me another note.
Yep.
I know it up.
Hit.
Hardware Unbox has a great video showing off benchmarks of 28 of today's most popular GPUs running on Flight 2020. It's a good video to check out and it'll give you a good idea of how your system might handle the game currently. They also cover other issues like only using 4 cores on top tier processors like the Ryzen 9s, which suffer from only running on 4 cores. The game has a ways to go. Either way, I'm happy to have my hands on it, and I'll gladly struggle with the bugs meanwhile, just for the ability to be able to play it.
Great take. Nailed that one.
I should have after the 20th.
No, that's all right. You got it, dude.
Well, I mean, at least you get to play it, right? I'm going to have to try to figure out how I can make it work because I really want to play this game. I want to get in and actually, explore the world, explore, the United States and, see things that I haven't been able to see yet because they do a really good job integrating real-time air traffic and real-time
Weather.
places. Real-time places. Yeah, real-time locations. Here, let me run that again.
No worries. Restarting.
You got real-time weather, real-time traffic, real-time air traffic. So if you see a airplane in the game, in the air, it's a real airplane in real life in the air.
Well, at least you get to play it. I'm just gonna have to try to figure out how I can make it work for me. I really want to go in and play with it because there's so much cool features in there. Being able to see locations in real time weather, and even real time aviation flight paths. So being able to see real planes in the game on their way from one airport to another, I think that's really cool, and I want to be able to experience that. But with the game in its current state, for me, I can't do it, and I really want to make it work.
Good take.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time finding time to actually play the game right now, and I need 3 or 4 days just to devote to learning to actually fly an airplane, not on easy all options off mode. I don't know. I don't really like that.
Yeah, you can exclude it.
I'm just got it.
Okay. I'm going to cut that.
Yeah, it don't matter. I know. I'll just cut it. I'll listen to it again. I'll be like, axe the whole thing.
Okay. All right. 4A.
The King, Burger King, advertises.
Oh wait, no. Let's not change that. Be a Burger King advertiser because they use a marketing agency to do this. You don't want to say Burger King themselves did this because they probably did not.
Well, they approved it.
Yeah. I mean, it's their ad agency.
There's no way they did it without Burger King knowing.
Oh, I agree.
I would
Burger
even say
King-
a Burger King marketing agency, or because
Advertiser.
yeah, whatever. I know.
We're not on all that to speak.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Hit it.
Burger King's advertiser abuses Twitch's donation system. Burger King has come under fire this week for crossing this line.
Get rid of get rid of that sentence. I don't think you need that sentence at all.
Done. For what?
there any kind of segue
Okay.
into this? It's kind of weird to you just jump.
No,
right in.
yeah, no. There's no easy segue into that. That's why I said that this episode's going to be lacking good segues.
I mean, you could just say, "Hey, check this out." All right, or all right, check this out.
Or I had a good laugh.
Right.
I had a good laugh about this day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something. Just there's got to be something because you don't even know that you ended that last conversation really. Yeah. Perfect.
Good laugh about a tweet I came about a tweet that blew I had a good laugh about it, but about a tweet that came across. Just like that. I had a good laugh about a tweet I came across. Burger King's advertiser abuses Twitch's donation system. This tactic has been done before, but Burger King has come under fire for crossing under fire for this stunt. This stunt. Pulling this But Burger King has come under fire for this controversial tactic for using Okay, I had a good laugh about a tweet I came across. Burger King's advertiser abuses Twitch's donation system. It's been done before, but this Burger King has come under fire. This has come under fire for using this controversial fire. This week for using this controversial. Burger King has come under fire this week for using this controversial tactic. Rather than gaining the permission of popular personalities, they push forward with a controversial. They push forward with a marketing scheme that rubs a lot of people.
I would say a lot of streamers because
I
I don't think anyone that wasn't.
Yeah,
streamer
I don't. Yeah,
cares.
I had a good laugh about a tweet I came across. Burger King's advertisers abuse Twitch's donation system. It's been done before, but Burger King has come under fire this week for using this controversial tactic. Rather than gaining permission from popular personalities, they push forward with a marketing scheme that rubs a lot of streamers the wrong way. They created new Twitch accounts in order to sneakily donate with one clear intention. These donations would come across with the message to promote their latest deals across Latest deals across America.
America.
Latest deals.
I don't even think I can say just latest deals. Yeah. By the way, that was a great take until you just.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't even. Yeah, I wasn't.
I know, but
I was.
it was a great take. That's what I'm saying. You had it right first.
All right, here we go. So here comes steak.
Okay,
You
hang
note
on.
this for me?
Yeah, I'm noting it. What are we at? 4A. All right, 4A starting.
I had a good laugh this week about a tweet that came across. Burger King's advertiser abused his Twitch's donation system. It's been done before, but Burger King has come under fire. It's been done before, but Burger King has come under fire this week for using this controversial tactic. Rather than gaining permission of popular personalities, they push forward with a marketing scheme that rubs a lot of streamers the wrong way. They created a new Twitch account in order to sneakily donate with one clear intention. These donations would come with a message that promotes BK's latest deals. Decent.
Mark clip drop.
Yep.
RTX off. All right, here's the clip.
I just got a donation that was using the text of like an advert. I am so confused.
Thanks for your stream, Pokey.
You're so welcome.
I have donated $5 so I can say that on the Burger King app you can get a Whopper, a small French fries, and small drink for $5.
Listen, are you gonna sponsor me or not? Thanks for the 5.
Go to the closest Burger King drive-thru and get a great deal with the $3 I just donated.
So I'm gonna go to the closest Burger King, and I'm gonna get a great deal on with the $3 you just donated.
I wrote a poem for you. Here it goes.
Yo, King, the donations are f***ing weird.
Why 4,99 and not 5? Because it sounds cheaper.
You can get 40-piece chicken nuggets for under $5. Is that real?
Have you already thought about the mini shake at Burger King for $1?
You're making me hungry if that's what the point you're trying to make.
I mean, now you're starting to make Burger King sound really good right now. I mean, my mouth is starting to get watered. Hey, it's your favorite bond again.
I'm like, going to Burger King sometime. Yo, the stream, thank you for the $1 donation, man.
Thank you so much for King of the Street.
I wasn't even paying attention. I'm thinking about Burger King.
From popular variety streamers to competitive veterans, Burger King targeted some of the biggest streams. Naturally, it didn't take long before most of them caught on, and it fired back at the fire. Naturally, it didn't take long before most caught on and fired back at the fat food franchise. Sorry about that, Burger King. Naturally, it didn't take long before. I'm sorry?
Just started from the top right there.
From popular variety streamers to competitive veterans, Burger King targeted some. Damn it. From popular variety streamers to competitive veterans, Burger King targeted some of the biggest streams. Naturally, it didn't take long before most caught on and fired back at the fast food franchise.
That's a good take.
Well, working in the market. Let me try this again. Well, working in marketing myself, this actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh,
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. Let me try it again. I mean, well, working in a marketing myself, this actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. As a regular streamer, it's not too bad. You're getting paid for that spot, but a prominent streamer... hang on.
Just read the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, well, working in marketing myself, this actually doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. For a regular streamer, it's not too bad. You're getting paid for that spot. But for a prominent streamer standpoint, they're trying to bypass the streamer's I'm not going to get that in.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Then we'll go for the top.
They're trying to bypass the streamer's representation and potentially... wow, this is written shittily. Sorry. Representation and potentially making... And potentially...
Making it.
Yeah, see, it doesn't make sense.
Or I would say potentially taking away a revenue stream.
Taking away a potential revenue stream.
Yeah. Well, potentially taking away a revenue stream is what it says, yeah. Yeah.
I think it would have been better to play... I think it would have been better to pay to run these ads on channels that have 10 or... I wrote some of this on a mobile phone, so bear with me. I think it would have been better to pay to run these ads on channels that have 10 or fewer viewers, but still the ethics of it. I don't know. Would I care if someone left me a $5 donation and left a message saying BK had the best burgers? No, but that's me. Okay. All right. Running it back. Okay, mark this as D.
Right.
Restart.
Yep.
Well, I mean, working in marketing myself, this actually doesn't sound like too bad of an idea. As a regular streamer, it wouldn't be too bad. You're getting paid for that spot, but from a prominent streamer standpoint, they're trying to bypass that streamer's representation and taking away a potential revenue stream. I think it would have been better to pay to run these ads on a channel that would have had like 10 or fewer viewers, but still the ethics of it. I don't know. Would I care if someone left me a $5 donation and left a message saying Burger King has the best burgers? No, but I mean, that's me. I'm a small streamer. For a bigger streamer, like I said, they get paid by how many people are watching the stream, how many people they reach out to. So it's a whole different animal when it comes to making money as a prominent streamer and these ad spots being filled in.
Good take.
I'm just going to add to that. Yeah, honestly, I think it's hilarious. Yeah, honestly, I think it's hilarious. And I want to troll people so bad with McDonald's ads, Taco Bell ads, you name it. I got $100 just burning a hole in my pocket saying, hey, Choco Taco, have you tried out Taco Bell? You know, it's just anything like that. This is kind of opening the floodgates for some trolling. But for me personally, I think they allowed these donations. They allowed the text to speech. If Burger King gamed the system, maybe it's good on Burger King. I don't believe they're breaking the terms of service. And, you know, something to think about for the Twitch streamers.
Good take.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to come in with something, but I'm getting like heartburn or something. 1 second. Yeah, I don't know if I'd spend $100 promoting other businesses. I'd probably spend $100 promoting a gaming moment myself, but you know, sure. What I'll probably do is just go on Shroud's channel and drop $20 and be like, hey, come check out A Gaming Moment now that he's back on Twitch and he's got such a great following now.
Good take.
Segue.
All right, I got it. As we talked about Shroud on Twitch coming back with some incredible numbers for his stream, this seems to have drawn the attention of other streamers. Now everyone wants to play Shroud. Let me flip. I gotta flip this off. Maybe not. No, I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna take a little pause before the play clip. As we talked about Shroud on Twitch with some incredible numbers for his stream, now that he's back. As we talked about Shroud on Twitch with some incredible numbers for his streams, now that he's back home. As we talked about Shroud back on Twitch with some incredible numbers for his streams, now that he's back at home. I can't. I'm tongue twisted right there. As we talked about Shroud back on Twitch with some incredible numbers for his stream, now that he's back at home. This
Doesn't
seems
sound
to
good.
draw the attention. What's that?
It doesn't sound good.
Right. How do we fix it?
Let's see. As we talked about Shroud coming back to Twitch.
And
Let's see. Hang on.
putting up some incredible numbers.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Do you want to change that top one or the first thing? Last week we talked about Shroud coming back to Twitch.
I don't know. It had to be last week
I mean,
because we've talked about it more than.
yeah. Or we've talked. Yeah. I think we've talked.
How about just previously we talked.
Yeah. There you go.
And how he's. No, I don't putting up. I don't. And how he's gained. And. Oh,
Day. you're so pleased.
jeez.
Don't delete it. Don't you dare. Don't you
Previously,
dare.
we talked about Shroud back on Twitch and how he's gained an incredible number of viewers. This seems to have drawn the attention of other streamers, as now everyone wants to invite Shroud to Valorant with them. On Valorant. On stream with them. On stream with them. This response comes after Sabrosa invited Shroud to play a match of Valorant. For those who don't know, Sabrosa and Shroud used to be CSGO teammates on Cloud9. Sabrosa is a pro player for TSM and a Twitch streamer. Yeah, that works, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, no E from the top.
Yep. Hit it.
Previously, we've talked about Shroud back on Twitch and how he's gained some incredible viewers. Incredible numbers. How he's gained an incredible number of viewers. Previously, we talked about Shroud back on Twitch and how he's gained an incredible number of viewers. This seems to have drawn the attention of other streamers, as now everyone wants to invite Shroud to play Valorant on stream with them.
I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. It's a little weird that everybody's asking me to play. But when I was on that platform that shall not be named, didn't get much attention. Weird.
I know I am
Just saying.
but my mind rejects it. Does she feel the same?
I've been playing this game for how fucking long? Huh? Now you want to play with me? Whatever, dude. Whatever.
This response comes after Sabrosa invited Shroud to play a match of Valorant. For those who don't know, Sabrosa and Shroud used to play on CSGO. That was all too fast. This response comes after Sabrosa invited Shroud to play a match of Valorant. For those who don't know, Sabrosa and Shroud used to be CSGO teammates on Cloud9. Sabrosa is now a pro player for TSM and a Twitch streamer.
Good take.
Even though Shroud was previously on Mixer, this didn't mean other streamers couldn't invite him to play. I just stopped when I shouldn't have stopped. Even though Shroud was previously on Mixer, this didn't mean other streamers couldn't. Hold on. A cat meow in the background. RTX is going back on. Even though Shroud was previously on Mixer, this didn't mean other streamers couldn't invite him to play Valorant with him. More and more streamers now seem to be inviting him, as Shroud is receiving more Valorant invites than ever. More and more streamers are now inviting him. More and more streamers now seem to be inviting him, as Shroud is receiving more Valorant invites than ever before. Clearly, Shroud has noticed this change from certain streamers since his return to Twitch.
Decent
I
take.
can work with that. That's decent.
Yeah. Okay.
There's been a lot of speculation whether or not Shroud was going to go pro with Valorant before his triumphant return to Twitch. So for me, it would make sense if this was the case for Sabrosa to try to get on stream with Shroud and on Twitch. Maybe Sabrosa and Shroud have good team chemistry and TSM is trying to lure Shroud back to the professional scene. But I wouldn't put it past people to try to ride Shroud's coattails and try to gain some of his followership. Bad look for those people, but I think he's got people or teams that are trying to recruit him.
Good take.
Yeah, I just don't see Shroud going pro again. There's no reason for him. He's got time, he's got money, he's got the freedom to do whatever he wants. And I don't think he feels like he's working right now when he's streaming. And I think he's passed on other potential offers that didn't. And he's passed on other potential offers because he didn't want to put in the effort to be at the level it required. Okay. And he's passed on other potential offers because he didn't want to put in the effort to be at the level it required. He passed on a deal with 100 Thieves and Nade Shot and claims to have no regrets. That was long before they became the name and organization they are now. To me, that says he doesn't want or need anything going pro offers.
Decent take. You want to try it again from the top?
I mean, not really,
You know,
but I can.
Okay. Then you don't have to. You can edit. Let's
I'm
do
good
it.
with it.
All right.
I can agree with that, Waldy, but for some people, like competitors, it's not about the money, the clout, or the fame. For some people, it's just about the competition aspect and the endorphin rush of getting the victory in an actual meaningful game. And I think that's what Shroud is missing. I think that's the thing that really draws him to maybe wanting to go back to that pro circuit and why there was rumors about it in the first place.
Good take.
So Waldy,
5A?
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, you're good. You're good. It's one sentence. I'll nail it.
Yeah. Go for it.
So Waldy, what else did you see this week?
Yeah, and some tech news. I saw that the RTX 3090 is a colossal triple slot graphics card.
Wait. hang on. I thought I got rid of this.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh yeah, this is supposed to be.
this
Got
is supposed
this.
to be.
I got this.
Yep.
There you go.
Just delete it.
You want me to lead you back in?
Oh, okay. No, I'm good. So in some tech news, I hear that there's a new So in some tech news, there's a new BlackBerry 5G phone coming with Android and a physical keyboard in 2021.
Man, I thought BlackBerry went out of business. Oh, go ahead. You're gonna read that again?
Sorry. I'm just gonna in 2020. I'm just gonna do it in 2021. In 2021. All right, I got to do it again. In 2021.
I thought BlackBerry went out. Yeah.
Good take.
I thought BlackBerry went out of business, to be honest. I know earlier this year it. Man, I thought BlackBerry went out of business, to be honest. I know earlier this year one of its top partners, TCL Communications. Wow. Man, I thought BlackBerry went out of business, to be honest. I know earlier this year, one of its top partners, TCL Communications, who was responsible for the design of the keyboarded models of the once popular mobile device, lost its rights to design the iconic phone. So it looks like they're trying to get rid of their own proprietary OS and just use Android to make it more... I'm going to reread this. It's just not...
Close.
It's not flowing for me.
Yeah, it's alright.
Man, I thought BlackBerry went out of business, to be honest. I know earlier this year, one of its top partners, TCL Communications, who was largely responsible for the design of the keyboarded models of the once popular mobile device, lost its rights to design the iconic phone. On top of that, it looks like they're trying to get rid of their own proprietary operating system and just use Android to make it a more viable solution for businesses. Using an open source and what people were really expecting out of BlackBerry was the security from an enterprise level. I wonder how switching to the Android platform is going to affect that as well.
Good take.
Yeah, it's definitely something to watch for. I like new competition, and hopefully it brings better prices and some innovation to the market.
Another good take.
And in Apple news this week, WordPress founding developer is accusing Apple of cutting off the ability. I'm gonna read this all the way. Cutting off the ability to update the app until or unless he adds app purchases. So Apple, now a $2 trillion company, can extract its 30% cut. It's cut. Are you done? I'll bring them in when I come in. Porter. In Apple news this week, WordPress founding developer is accusing Apple of cutting off the ability to update the app until or unless he adds in-app purchases. So Apple, now a $2 trillion company, can extract a 30% cut.
Good take.
Is this a case of Apple just getting greedy? I know for a fact, even... hang on. Is this a case of Apple just being greedy? I know for a fact to even have your app on the App Store, you have to pay a yearly $99 for... Let me slow it down. Is this a case of Apple just getting greedy? I know for a fact to even have your app on the App Store, you have to pay a yearly $99 fee for the Apple Developer Program. And that's just to have it listed on the Apple Marketplace. The WordPress app does not have transactions and therefore should not be forced to add in purchases. The WordPress app is simply an app to be able to maintain their websites. The WordPress app is simply an app for people to be able to help maintain their WordPress websites. This is a stupid move by Apple. I get it. Get your 30% from those who are making money from ad revenue and selling stuff, but do not punish those who are offering free apps. This is going way too far, and I think it's total BS. And as a WordPress user myself, Apple shouldn't be doing this just to be able to make their 30%. They're already making their money on the yearly fee that people have to pay. And to force companies, to force app makers to put in-app purchases just so they can make more money, I don't think that's an ethical way of going about things. I don't think that's an ethical way of going about things.
Decent take.
I can work with it. Yeah, I agree. I don't know where Apple thinks they're going with this, but it's pretty interesting, and I don't think it's going to work out well for them.
I tell you what, though, I'm probably going to end up boycotting Apple. I pretty much moved off of Apple products as it is. I still have my iPhone, but that's my last Apple device that I have. I'm running, my tablet is a Windows tablet. I'm running Windows on my main computer that I game on. There's no reason for me to stick with Apple. Their products are overpriced, and they're just trying to suck the lifeblood of everybody. As we mentioned last week, people that are trying to help small businesses through this COVID pandemic, they're still trying to suck that money out of these businesses that are trying so hard to stay afloat. And I'm really questioning the company's ethics at this point.
Yeah, I like some of the products. I like some of the innovation they've done, but their ethics and the way they seem to be going forward are a little bit questionable for me. We don't have many Apple products, so not going to affect us much.
Yeah.
All right, good take.
In gaming news this week, ambient soldier sounds are coming to Hell Let Loose, and they're going to be voiced by you, the community. They want your best Wilhelm scream. Wilhelm?
Wilhelm.
If it wasn't too, everyone in the house is awake, I could do it. But.
Maybe you can re-record that once everyone's awake, just so I can do it.
Maybe I'll throw a sound clip in there.
There you go.
In gaming news, ambient soldier sounds are coming to Hell Let Loose, and they're going to be voiced by you, the community. They want your best Wilhelm scream and become part of Hell Let Loose history. They want your best Wilhelm scream. Wilhelm or Wilhelm?
Wilhelm.
They want your best Wilhelm scream. Become part of Hell Let Loose history. They have already tweeted, we're in. Too much fun not to.
Oh boy. Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh boy. I already get odd looks from my family when I'm doing stuff for the podcast or for my YouTube channel. I guess I'm just going to have to kick them out of the house for like 15 minutes while I shoot my submission footage.
Yeah, they tell him Uncle Wild says they need some ice cream.
All right. Do we want to segue for RAM and SSD?
Just say like in more tech news.
Yeah.
Other news. In other tech news, RAM and SSD prices will soon plummet due to the oversupply and weak demand. Are you looking to upgrade your SSD? Are you looking to upgrade your SSD and memory? We could soon see prices of We could soon see prices drop to a record low, primarily due to an oversupply of RAM products. According to a new report, prices will fall by about 10% throughout 2020 and will continue to decline. Will continue to decline during Q1 of 2021. There's too much memory around, and manufacturers aren't buying it. Both Western Digital and Micron are two firms that have slowed their purchase. And from the
Let's
top.
take that. Yep.
To fix that. In other tech news, RAM and SSD prices will soon plummet due to an oversupply and weak demand. Are you looking to upgrade your SSD and memory? We could soon see the prices drop to record lows, primarily due to an oversupply of RAM products. According to the new report, prices will fall by about 10% throughout 2020 and will continue to decline in the first quarter of 2021. There's just too much memory around and manufacturers aren't buying it. Both Western Digital and Micron are just two firms that have slowed their purchasing.
Good take.
You know, it's funny. I remember when it wasn't that long ago that a 16 gig kit of DDR4 was almost $200. Now you can find it for as low as $100 or even less. But this makes it a bit easier for those of us who are wanting to upgrade or build a new machine. A possible reason for the oversupply could be attributed to the COVID pandemic, where people, gamers mostly, are not willing to spend the extra cash right now. Most of their key demographics are the ones being affected, which has pretty much slowed sales to a crawl. When things start to go back to some sort of normalcy, I'm sure we'll see the prices go back up. I just wish it would affect the graphics card prices so I can upgrade that. Graphics cards are still, in some instances, the most expensive piece of hardware in a lot of people's builds.
Decent take.
I can work with it.
You want to run it again? I can.
No, I think it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, like, I don't know if I want it always like the most perfect. Like, it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I got you.
There's a little character in there, and it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. You didn't stumble. It just wasn't like perfect.
Plus, if you sound half shitty sometimes, then I can sound half shitty.
Hey. All right.
I see how it
It's sometimes I think of your voice, my voice. Your voice is, if I could bring it down a little bit, you're kind of like the ugly girl in the group. That makes the other girls look more beautiful.
Wow.
So you're like anyways.
All right. 5i. Let's get it.
Hey guys, if you've been enjoying the podcast and would like to support us so we can keep creating more content, we've started a Patreon that you can visit at patreon.agamingmoment.com. Become a Patreon and Become a patron and gain exclusive benefits such as early access to episodes, monthly AMAs, and an additional monthly bonus episode. So sign up today.
Good take. Needs an edit. All right. 6a.
Sorry, I'm muted. Hey, Billy, just be careful not to jump in too fast on the end.
Okay.
You're all right, but it's pretty close. I can work with it either way, but
Yeah, you should be fine because I mean his audio's not included in the separate tracks.
I forget about that. Yeah. That's right. But it is included on Audacity.
Yeah.
So my backup copy does have it. So.
But I'm a separate track on Audacity, right?
No, it can't be.
Okay.
This is the backup. This is just my recording that I have running. So just in case.
Gotcha. Okay.
And in this week's follow-ups, we got a quick follow-up about a and a quick follow-up from last week's episode with And a quick follow-up from last week's episode. Last week. And a quick follow-up from last week with more information about the RTX 3090. It's been week. And a quick follow-up from last week with the more information. And a quick follow-up. Oh, man.
Slow it down, man.
It's so simple. I got to slow it down.
Yep.
And a quick follow-up from last week with more information about the RTX 3090. And a quick follow-up from last week with more information about the RTX 3090. It's been leaked that's going to be a colossal triple slot graphics card.
Good take.
Graphics.
Break out your full ATX towers, because this thing not only empties the wallet, but it takes up a huge amount of real estate within the system. I wouldn't doubt some people are going to have to modify their case in order to fit this in their machine, or worse, it's going to need a support bracket due to the weight.
Good take.
That's crazy. It's not even going to fit in my mini ITX case. That's for darn sure. It's probably close to a third the size of my current case. With that being said, my next build will not be a mini ITX build, in part because of reasons like this. I would actually like more PCI slots. When I built my PC, it was only for gaming, and now it needs to do so much more with streaming and content creation.
Let's take that again. You kind of had some weird inflections there.
Yeah, all right. That's crazy. That's not going into my mini ITX build. That's not going into my current. That's crazy. That's not going in my current mini ITX case. That's for darn sure. That's probably cool. It's probably close to a third the size of my current case. That being said, my next build will not be a mini ITX build. Maybe I'll just do this.
Yeah.
Or we'll just
get rid of the PCI slots, or
yeah. Well, I'm like, I would really like more PCI slots. When I built my PC, it was a gaming only machine. Now I need to do so much more with streaming and content creation. Yeah, it's all right. Just gonna leave it like that.
yeah. All right, restarting.
That's crazy. That's not going in my current mini ITX case. That's for darn sure. It's probably close to a third the size of my case. That being said, my next build will not be a mini ITX build. I would really like more PCI slots. When I first built my PC, it was gaming only machine. Now it needs to do so much more with streaming and content creation.
Good take.
Hey guys, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Boosk, Facebook. Hey guys, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram so you can engage with us, as well as find out when we're going to be streaming the podcast and get a first listen before it goes out across all podcasting platforms. So do it.
Good.
I mean, it was really good for me. It's a little fast. I think we'll work with it, but
Oh, here, I'll reread it so you have another one. That's fine. I got you. Hey guys, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram so you can engage with us, as well as find out when we're streaming the podcast and get a first listen before it goes out across all podcasting platforms. So do it.
Better take.
I like better.
All right. We're on to 7.
Well, now that you mentioned it, there's no better reason to hit us up in the social medias than the top questions of the week. Hey, Dave, what was the first video game you beat?
And I'm going to go way back here, and way back is a relative thing, but I'm going to say either Ren and Stimpy's the Ren and Stimpy show on Sega Genesis, or Toe Jam and Earl. I can't remember which one was the one that I beat first, but they were both on Sega Genesis way back before you could save games, so it was like a marathon to try to finish these games. And I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a lot of comedy involved, but I think I was about 6 or 7 at the time when I actually beat my first game. How about you, Wildy? What was the first game that you were able to beat?
I don't know again if I can say it's the first one, but it's the most significant one. Probably my first one. But for me, it was Super Mario World on the Nintendo Game Boy, and that was when I had just got the Nintendo Game Boy. It was the summer between 5th grade and 6th grade for me, and I was attached to that thing. That thing was my lifeblood. And I was at my grandma's house, and I didn't have anyone else to hang out with or play with. My brother wasn't there. So my Nintendo was my life, and I played the crap out of it. And I remember getting to the final level and finally figuring out how to beat the boss after dying a bunch of times. And you just had to dodge the bullets of the final boss and then shoot him when you could. And I just remember being hyped out of my mind that I finally beat it. And for me, just the whole, I could still just take myself back to that moment and remember being in the living room, being happy and showing off to my grandma. My grandma was actually, I won't call her a gamer because she kind of didn't, but she did have a Nintendo. She did kind of like that stuff. And for someone of her age at 70 years old, she actually kind of, I think, respected that I did that and I won that and was genuinely happy for me. So good memory for me all around.
Yeah, I sympathize with the memory part. My mom was the one that actually sat down with me playing both of those games. So, full disclosure, I didn't beat those by myself. I had my mom's help, and those are some of the most profound memories. Since I lost my mom a couple years ago, those are the ones that I kind of go back to and I think about, and really brings me joy at the end of the day, thinking that we were able to share those kind of moments when I was younger.
Yeah, for sure. So
I got this one, Waddy.
Okay, that's fine.
So with those, yeah. So with you're good. So with those feels being said, how has the current pandemic situation affected your gaming and your mental health?
Am I supposed to jump in here or?
Yeah.
I should. I feel like I've been doing pretty good. I've been focusing a lot more on my friends that maintain like an online profile. And I think a lot of my online friends have become better friends. And it's really given me time to focus on some of those computer projects and other projects around the house that we just haven't got to. We've done a little painting. We've done a lot of cleaning, just straightening up and just kind of managing everything that we're suddenly kind of forced to be in all the time. It's been a lot of fun, and we've also stepped up our Instagram game. The wife and I, if you guys have all heard, and it's actually just been a really great experience from my wife going from the oh gosh, we have to take pictures of food before we can eat it first to everyone at the table staging their plate so they could take a picture so then we could dig in fast. So it's like I'm calling it the Instagram shuffle at the table, and I'm thinking maybe we need some content creation. There might be a Instagram shuffle video coming out here in the Hunger Inspired future. We'll see, but overall, it's been nice to be pushed in a different direction, and it's been difficult and sometimes dealing with your family so much. But for me, it's been all right.
Good take.
For me, I think I've actually been gaming a little less. I've really been focusing on being more of a content creator between the A Gaming Moment podcast and my YouTube channel and the A Gaming Moment YouTube channel. And I'm thinking maybe it's just because I'm getting burnt out on playing the same game. I've started playing Road Company, and that's been a ton of fun. So I'm probably going to spend more time on that game for a bit compared to some of the other ones that I've been playing. But I've actually been having a lot of fun doing the content creation stuff. I've found out that I really enjoy doing video editing. I found out that I really enjoy, doing the audio editing, from the podcast and everything. Even though Wildy does, to his credit, does most of the audio editing, and he does a fantastic job at it, might I add. But, part of the conversations that Wildy and I have had is that, we need to be able to know how to do both each other's jobs, the things that we take responsibility for the podcast. And, editing the podcast audio is a lot of fun. It's very similar to editing the video. And I've also, taken the time to just really get to know my kids, since my kids have been home so much. And, I used to work so much, and now that I work from home, I have to be teacher, I have to be dad, I have to be, the employee to the company that I work for, and it's a lot to kind of juggle at the same time. But it's really given me the positivity and the mental clarity to be like, okay, I can handle these huge multitasking events, and I think it's been fun. It's been challenging, but I've learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about my kids, and just being able to spend time with my family has been one of the biggest positives that's come out of it.
Nice.
Good take.
Okay, Dave. So if AMD and Intel both approached you with a sponsorship for life for the same amount of money, all things being equal, with the exception of technology, which company you go with, Dave?
I'm going with AMD all the way, baby. I personally think AMD is the superior company today and moving forward. And I can also get graphics cards from them too. So that's kind of a two birds, one stone kind of deal. Some people are diehard Team Green NVIDIA fans. Some people are diehard Team Blue Intel fans. I'm a diehard Team Red. Give me what you got. I haven't had any problems with my AMD processor, my AMD graphics card, and they're getting really, really close together between all of the different technologies. So I actually see AMD surpassing Intel. I don't know if I see AMD surpassing NVIDIA anytime soon, but I mean, they're a solid card. I mean, who's the other competitor outside of NVIDIA and AMD?
Well, it'd be interesting to see what ARM does in the future. But for me, I think I'll probably stay Intel. I'll give you the nod that AMD is probably the way to go right now for most everything, except for maybe that single core gaming that Intel kind of seems to hold the market on. But AMD is so close, it's not a good argument. But I think just the history-wise, Intel's always done a good job kind of being the trendsetter, the flagship, and AMD's always right there with them. But to me, I've always kind of thought of Intel is the superior chip maker, even though they're having issues right now. I think they'll dig themselves out of it and prosper and be well. So for me, I'm just gonna go with the leader. AMD had some pretty dark time there. I don't think they're gonna hopefully go back there again. But I think Intel's always been on top and always gonna stay on top.
Good take.
Guys, if you want your questions featured on the podcast, be sure to hit us up or leave a comment on one of our social platforms.
Slow that one down again.
Guys, if you want to, doors going close here. Guys, if you want your question featured on the podcast, be sure to hit us up or leave a comment on one of our social platforms.
Good take.
And that's going to be it for this episode. I'm going to say avoid Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Wildy might say otherwise, but give it a try. If it works for you, great. If not, welcome to my world. It might be time to boycott Apple, so give that a thought. And be sure to randomly invite Shroud to a game of Valorant while we promote our podcast through other streamers' donation systems. Help us fund that marketing campaign by going to merch.agamingmoment.com and picking up some of that sweet, sweet swag. Thank you guys for listening in and supporting us. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting platform and be sure to check back every Tuesday for new episodes. Until next time, keep grinding.
Great take. Good job, boys.
I like it.
Yeah, dude, rocking and rolling. That was
I think
about
that's
50 minutes.
I think that's a 20-minute podcast.